Hey everybody, man, I'm fixing to have to go out there and do some work on the alternator. I'm gonna have to replace my alternator. I got an extra alternator out there. I'm gonna have to do it, but I'm also been going through some of my things, trying to get it packed up into that shed back there. Yeah, I know, king procrastinator here, but it's just that car show about gave me a good one, you know what I'm saying? Walking around, and walking around. There wasn't no dirt, man, on the so I couldn't roll my walker across it. But thank you. I forgot who sent it to me, but they sent me a feed, a link, and it's a car show that's coming up this next coming. I forget when it was. But it's in this month, so it's coming up real soon, and I'm going to go to that car show and shoot some footage and shoot those videos out there to you. But I wanted to share something with y'all, man. I was going through some of my things, and we're doing the throwaway thing. We're dragging it off the box, and we're having a throwaway box, and we're having a keep it box. And I'm not a hoarder by all means, you know, because I've already thrown away a lot of stuff, man. I had to wait for the trash can people to come out here, the garbage people, whatever you want to call them, to come out here and empty, so I could, you know, keep going, because I don't need to be keeping stuff that's worthless and meaningless. And so I excuse me, sorry about that. False alarm. Anyway, I came across some things that I at first I threw them in the garbage, but then I had to go back and get them, and it's because I can go it. Sorry about that. I just didn't have the heart to throw these things away, and this is why, and I'll show you what they are. I don't know much about the military, but that is a military, and I don't know what part. I know they come with different uniforms when they have to wear them at certain times, and this and that and the other, but this is Sam's. And I don't know if this guy was just collecting, I don't know if he just collected Army things or not, but these are the only two things that were Army affiliated. Maybe some of you vets out there can give me the, you know, maybe you can tell me, because, you know, you're probably going to watch it sooner or later, but maybe you can fill me in on this. But the reason why I couldn't throw them away, man, is because these people, they fought for our country. And I do know this, that the storage building that I bought that these were in, the storage building called me after I purchased them. They said, hey, look, have you came across a birth certificate and some Social Security cards and stuff like that? I said, yes, I have. They said, well, those used to belong to somebody that has passed away, and their relatives are calling me. And all they want out of all that stuff is the birth certificate and the Social Security card, and anything else is just mail stuff. Mail stuff. They said, by all means, you can keep anything out of there, the rest of it. And I started to get a hold of him and call him. I said, well, I said, okay. And so I hung up the phone with him, and I talked to my wife, and I said, honey, do you want me to just ask for a phone number, you know, to the people? Because all they want me to do is just bring the stuff up there to the office where we bought at the storage place, you know. They just wanted me to bring that up there, and that's the way we were going to return it. And I said, do you want me to call the storage building people back and meet with them and this and that and the other? And she says, my wife says, no. She says, I don't want someone upset at us, and I just don't want to go there. I don't want somebody getting our phone number or meeting up with us and ended up getting in a fight or whatever. I just don't want to go there. And so I agreed with her on that. And we did take the birth certificate and the driver's license back up there to the storage building place, so they could have their loved ones things, you know, just the credentials back. And I did ask the storage building place. I said, so what's the deal? I mean, because I you know, I said if they'll give me, because I was just concerned, you know what I'm saying? And I got to looking at some of the records on there. There were doctor's records in there of that was just personal stuff that you go through, you know what I'm saying? And I returned some of that as well. Some of the doctor's records and some of the doctor's bills and stuff like that I was turning in. And the guy from reading the medical reports, the guy had kidney problems, kidney failure problems, and some other problems. I think there was sugar diabetes was in there and stuff like that, where doctor visits have been made. And evidently, what I'm guessing is well, because I know that the storage building people told me that was a loved one passed away, and they need his credentials. They need those things back. And so, that tells me that the person passed away with the stuff in the storage unit, and his relatives were trying to get a hold of me, or get a hold, you know, they were trying to get just those things back, and that's understandable. I mean, by all means, the storage building place told me we usually don't contact buyers that buy our storage units, but in this case, we do, in cases like this, we do contact the buyer, and we ask that you give the stuff back. And they said, by all means, you don't have to give those things back, but we would recommend that you do, you know. And so I did. I gave the birth certificate and all the doctor's records and everything else back, and put it all back in a box up there, along with some other things. But I just didn't have the heart to throw away these fatigues, you know. I didn't find them until later on, and I done lost the number. And I even thought about, you know, I tried to call the storage building people, and they say, no, we don't keep records of that. We don't keep records. You know, we don't, he says, we don't hang on to records like that. So, no, we can't get a hold of them anymore. And so, I'm not going to throw them away, and I'm just going to, I don't know, I'm going to hang on to them. I guess you could call me a hoarder, because some things I just can't bring my heart to throw away. And that's something that I can't throw away, because these people obviously fought for my country. And that would be, to me, like taking the American flag and throwing it in the trash, or burning it, or disrespecting it. And if I ever find someone that collects these sort of things, or if anybody that contacts me on this channel would like to have these things, or maybe within high hopes of that person that's lost his storage building stuff watches this video, and I'll leave it up there forever, is because I want them to have their loved ones army fatigues back. You know, I want them to have these things back, because evidently it's a different era. You know, this looks newer and this looks older. So I'm thinking maybe that somebody was hanging on to it for relatives, close friends. I don't know. Can anybody give me some helpful hints out there and some comments below of the new and the old, or are they the same, or what? But I think it's different generations of army fatigues. I really do. I see that the buttons are the same on them. I don't think they would sell this stuff in the store and label it with a name. I don't think they would do that. I think these are real army fatigues, if I'm pronouncing that right, or, you know, I'm hoping I'm using the right words, because I don't know military lingo, so to speak. Army uniforms, whatever you want to call them. So if y'all want to laugh at me because I don't know the proper language for what I'm calling these things, but army uniforms. They're uniforms. One of them's camouflage and one of them's solid green. But by all means, Spicer or Sam's, if you ever come across these videos, I would like to return them to you, because I think they should be returned to their family. And if they don't, then I'll just keep them for the rest of my days anyway. My daughter said she thought they were neat. So, you know, if anything, I might give them to her. She wears my my stepdad's army uniform. It's he's got his name on it. His name's Bomb. And she's proud to wear that thing. She wears it. I mean, she's in college, and she'll throw that thing on just as a coat, you know, when it's cold outside and not real cold, and it'll do the job. She'll put it on, and anyway, that's what this video is about, and I'm hanging on this, respecting the passed away, because I know for sure that these people aren't alive anymore. Well, at least one of them. I don't know about the other one. I don't know. Like I said, help me out with the information on here if you can help me out with the comments below, or by all means try to contact me sometime if you know who these belong to, because I'm not going to go there and do that. I'm not going to throw them away. That's disrespect. It's a very much disrespect thing in my book. But anyway, I'll get off here. How y'all doing? Y'all want to say hi? Huh? Hello? Hello? They're lost in their own world. Say goodbye, Toothless. Say goodbye. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. His name's Toothless, and his name's Eason. And Eason means color of 3, because he's got white on his chest, and he's got brown on his snout, and you know, markings of a Rottweiler. I think he's a mixed breed. And so we named him Eason, and I think that's Chinese or Vietnamese, I can't remember, for color of 3. That's what it means, color of 3. And my daughter named him that because that used to be her dog, and when she grew up and went on to college, she couldn't take him with her, so I've been hanging on to him, and I'm hoping she can come and get him back one of these days. I don't know it. They might be two buddies that might be inseparable, because they are best friends, man. This one here was full grown, and then he was born as a puppy, so they kind of like grew up together. And I do know this: he will try to tear out holes in my carpet. He will chew at the doors. He will claw at the doors. He would tear the doors up if this one is not around. This one won't do that, but this one, he'll just go bananas. If you leave him in the house by himself, he will go bananas. And if we ever try to take one without the other, we have to put him in a metal kennel, because he will just, he will scream and cry and raise hell, and he just wants to be out. He's scared to be by himself. I don't know. I think he's a sissy. But anyway, I'll see y'all later. Limster out.